VSB and he did the Super Sport, and really it's all like the championship was taken away from him rather than he lost it, and it was a bit of a shame. But and it's such great racing because they are in the two different classes, so they don't really need to beat each other. But it's that the first across the checkered flag, and that's a great start. Lewis has got a great start off into the first corner. Then I go disappearing into the mist.
It's like Lucas been swallowed up a little bit.
Yeah, he has just taken a little bit, but
that looks like Lewis in first there.
He's away, isn't he? Yeah, and he's got his head down. And I think what really impresses me about all of these riders, and it'd be interesting to hear a little bit of your background so everyone can understand it, is that I've seen that when Ninja riders come to us on the big circuits, on the big bikes, you've already been racing for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, you've come through mini moto, you've done a bit of motocross and pit bikes, and so your mindsets in terms of the racing as the MZs go off down into Rd8, the mindsets and how you think about your racing is incredibly mature.
Yeah.
And so what's your background? You know, what's your step up into where you are now?
Yeah, so I originally did a bit of trials biking, and then I moved into the racing side of things with BMB, came through the classes, 110s, 160s, 190s recently, and then done quite a lot of training in Spain on some bigger bikes, and then we came here, and I think it's such a good stepping stone to get on these big tracks, because there's nowhere else in the UK you can kind of do it at the age group that we're at the moment. So some kids are jumping straight from mini bikes to British Talent Cup, and it's really overwhelming because you have to learn a new bike and new tracks. Whereas with this, you can kind of get your grips with the track and the pressure, and it's massive for a kid to kind of comprehend everything that's happening.
It's really good. It's really good. And as they come across the line, let's see where we're going. We've got Rookers up in person.
Yeah.
Chloe Gleason. Go on, Chloe. I'm not biased on that one at all. Obviously, I'm really, really chuffed to see Chloe up there. She said she was looking forward to the wet. And we've got Omrod. He's going in. So it's a little bit of a change of field, isn't it? At the top. There we go.
It's almost like it's been flipped on its head.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, Lewis is down in 6th place. This is gonna end up in a cracking little battle, I think.
Yeah, it is.
As people start to get the feel for it, and it looks like it's raining just a little bit more out there. The conditions are sort of changing a little bit more treacherously. And I have heard, you know, I talk to the riders as they come in off the track, and they're saying that the track is really good out there in the wet. It's a lot of grip.
Yeah, I haven't actually ridden the Donington in the wet this year at all, so I can't vouch for that.
And I think here we go. We've got Ryan and Wright, first and second. Ryan's leading the way for the MZs. It's a cracking little pack up there as well. There's sort of 4 leading the way in the MZs. Again, we just love to see the different names, you know, come to the forefront.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it is a bit of a mix up with the pack in it.
So who do we think we're going to start to see as the Ninjas are coming round Coppers now, and they're sort of coming down the back straight? It looks like Rook is still leading the way, according to the
0.78 gap.
Yep, on the first timing sheet. Here we go, coming through Robert now.
Wow.
So the first 3 are beginning to make a little bit right, a little bit fast moving up into second there, and I think that
That's Garrett, Rooker, Omrod, and Gleason. That's the top 4.
Rook has just moved up into second place there.
Yeah.
Lewis is not really finding his groove here. You know, he's down in 6th, and he's
definitely.
He's probably not. He probably hasn't ridden in the rain for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And, he's probably just finding.
I think his last time he rode in the rain with Bemsee was a Cadwell, I think, when he had that big crash.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll
probably
definitely
feeling a little bit nervy on that
probably,
one.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a big crash at 2 and 1 at Cadwell, I can remember that.
Yeah, and I think, well, it was more of a monsoon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it needed a boat, not a Ninja 400 in that case. It was pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
Well, yeah, bear in mind, this is D guys' first time in the wet this weekend. So,
is it really?
Yeah, they haven't had any wet testing or anything.
Yeah,
so,
sorry, big runners in terms of the class,
In terms of the class, not a lot, so this will be the first eye-opener. That warm-up light would have been.
It's the last twist for the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think for these, the championship still yet to be decided. Now, Thunder Bike Sport between Adam and Joe, that's yet to be decided. That's coming down to the wire. So it's, I wonder who's sitting in the garages now, either rubbing their hands or sort of facing up down and wearing the tarmac away. There's going to be some differences there. Yeah. But here we go on the MZs. Let's see where we are on the MZs. So Ryan's still out there, and John Ashmead's in second on the MZs.
So yeah, that looked like Garrett that's broken away.
He has. He's got a
2.8 second lead.
That he's found it through there. Yeah,
it really has.
Rooker Crow.
So yeah, battle for second there between Omrod and Rooker. Coming into turn one, looks like. I think that's Travis in second there, coming down into.
And what's the scores on the championships here, Keith? Are you?
Oh well, we don't have to worry about the championships. The champion's standing next to you, and of course the MZs are well sorted. Sorry about this. The ACU team greens are well sorted. Yeah, Rooker and Arnie Carr were very close to together. Obviously, Arnie spanned himself yesterday, unfortunately, which is a great shame. We saw him at presentation last night, limping along, so he's all good to go. Now, what was interesting, Chris Kemp was just pointing out to me that in the MZs, the top 4 riders there, 3 of them have never won a race. And that's Ryan, Ashmead and Wright. So Alex Mann, obviously, clearly, it's funny because Alex looks like the sort of person who should have webbed feet, really. But there we go. It's yeah, come on, Chris, come and join the mix. So you can work with the junior there. So that's going to be very exciting. You're saying it could be very tense indeed between those 3 trying to win their first ever race.
Yeah, I think so. They're all very keen and very talented and in the wet.
Yeah, clearly, I'm surprised that Alex Mann is not hooking up brilliantly in the wet. He hooks up brilliantly in every other condition. He just disappeared earlier today, didn't he? Just, I don't know where he found the shortcut, but there was one there somewhere, wasn't there?
I think so, yeah. No, in the wet, he's a bit more reticent, so...
yeah, fair enough.
We might see him come through the end.
Well, it's also, I will say, no disrespect to Alex Mann, but he's won 20 races this year, so he doesn't really need any more, doesn't need any more gold medals to add to the collection. And it would be so good to see the others take a win. We haven't had too many winners in the MZs this year, actually. Kev Woolley won a couple of races at Brands, of course. And then Andy Wales, before he spanned himself, he's won some races. And we see a certain Mr. C. Kent winning a race way back at Alton Park, back in the deep dark ages as well there, Mr. Kent. So well done to you, sir. Hey, mate, the great Mario Andretti said once that some days they come easy, some days they come hard. You just got to take them whichever way they land. It's as simple as that, isn't it, Hudson?
Yeah, definitely.
You don't care how they come if you're out there doing it. Right, so the other thing I was going to have a quick look at here is Archie. We're talking about people who've never won a race. I don't think Archie Ormrod has ever won a race in the Ninjas, nor has Travis Rooker, of course. So, and Alfie Garrett there, he's the other man in contention, and Alfie's never won a race either. In fact, he's only had the one podium all year, so the wet weather are a real equaliser. What do you like in the wet, Hudson?
Yeah, I think it's alright. I think you've kind of got to adapt to the conditions. I prefer the dry, really, because it does mix up the grid so much, the wet. So it's a bit of an eye-opener to see something that you've never seen before coming up on the inside here. So it's definitely a bit of an eye-opener.
Yeah, you don't know them, you don't know how they ride and things like that. Well, they're probably thinking the same thing about you as well, of course, mate. So don't worry about it. But right, here we go then. It is Garrett leading across the line now. So Alfie Garrett,
incredible, 10.3 seconds.
10-second lead, that's crazy. That is unbelievable. So and George Cowie, he's never won a race. Travis Rooker, I have to say, if you'd asked me before the race who you think might be the favourite, I think Travis Rooker, he's going to go out there at the season high.
Yeah.
Isabel Wingate there in fifth. What happened to Annabelle McCarthy? Because she was on pole position, then I was just downstairs and I saw her in race control. She dropped down like 10 places on the opening lap, just not hooking up with the wet weather conditions.
Bear in mind, this is the first time on the bike.
Yes.
So it's first time on the bike and first time in the wet on a big track, so it's definitely going to be a bit of an eye-opener for her as well.
Yeah, no, I think she'll adapt to the conditions eventually. As you say, the first time you do these things, it's proper scary stuff, it really is. Right, just waiting for the MZs to come and join us in just a moment. I can see them coming down the back straight there, and it's Gordon Ryan who led the way across the line last time. John Ashby was in second. Alex Mann had moved up past Caleb Wright. We'll wait and see. Now, is that the white helmeted one with number 1 on his helmet? It is indeed. So, are we going to see another winner? Well, Alex Mann, I'm afraid, has gone and found his way to the front. So that's I don't think that's a great surprise, really. He's such a good rider, isn't he? There's no two ways about it. You don't win any championship in this club by being a muppet at the end of the day. And no, he's done a brilliant job there.
I don't think Gordon will let him have it all his own way.
Good. No, it'd be good to see the number 13 machine right in the very sharp end. Well, they come across the line. This time they were separated by 4/10 of a second, so not too much at all. Certainly Ashmead right a little bit further behind now as the leaders once again in the Ninjas. Alfie Garrett, 3 seconds added to his gap that time round. That's an amazing 13 and 3.
Definitely pushing.
Think he's pushing too hard?
Well, if this were me at this point, if I had a 13-second lead, I'd be rolling off a little bit, but...
Does he know he's got a 13-second lead, though?
Well,
He might not be able to see his board,
so,
yeah. Do you use your pit board much at all, Hudson?
Yeah, I use it quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's really important for strategy-wise, and trying to set a move up for the last lap. If you know you can drop back a little bit on the last lap to get a bit of an extra slingshot with a slipstream,
right?
I think it's really useful. So
just give an idea of where things are and who's behind you and things like that.
Definitely.
You're able to take the information in as you go past. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Well, another skill for young racers to learn. Do you use a pit board, Chris?
I think we don't know.
No.
I did once get a pit signal at Silverstone and it surprised me so much I missed the next corner. True story.
Yeah, so it's your pit boards, yeah, not so useful. Right, there go the MZs. We can hear at the microphone there, the crackling, that's your ignition systems going into the one. Seriously, that's the old MZ ignitions working overtime there. And it's Alex Mann, 0.3 of a second over Gordon Ryan. He's definitely not giving up. Has he? Okay. They came across the line, separated not very much, and they were only a 10th second lap time. In fact, 39.666 for Alex Mann there. So the devil's number. And rather appropriately.
Seems like Garen's dropped off a little bit now pace-wise. He only gained about a second on that last lap.
Yeah, rolling right out of it then. Yeah. He did a 33.0 instead of a 32 this lap. That's ridiculous. You can do a 33.0 and go yellow, whereas everybody else is in 33s, 34s, 35s and going green. That shows the sort of pace Alfie's. Well, where's this pace in the drive from Alfie? That's what he'll be asking himself, won't he? I mean, geez, you can do it in the wet, mate, but that's great if you're trying to be a Deliveroo guy, trying to get the meal there when it's still hot, but oh dear, we'll wait and see. We've got 7 laps into the race. That means we've just got the 3 laps left. We wait for the MZs to come and join us once again. The number 1 is still showing as leading in the MZs as they come down into the Robert chicane once again. And here they come. They're going to have the back markers as well. That's the pace the MZs are going. They're going to have their own bit of back marker to play with there, as well as, oh yes, there we go. That's Gordon Ryan out in front, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Gordon's found something somewhere. I'm not quite sure why the board didn't pick that up. Maybe it was a bit of a wobble on the exit there or something from Alex. But he has lost about a second and a half there. So 0.9 of a second is your gap. So that's Gordon Ryan to Alex Mann, and they're going to have 3 laps left. Well, actually, might actually be 2 laps left, because if you look at the pace of that number 27 machine, he's coming very quickly indeed. So we might well encounter those guys as back markers. So I don't know, how do you feel about that, Chris? Obviously you're losing a racing lap, but if you're in a good position and the race is over that little bit quicker, it takes the pressure off, doesn't it?
It does depend on where you are on the track, what position. If you just need another lap to get that position that pass made, then it's a bit of a shame to lose it.
Yes, absolutely. This is one of those things you've got to factor into it, because even on a big circuit like this, unfortunately, little MZs just, they don't have the power. It's as simple as that. I mean, your corner speed is as good as, if not better than anybody else's. In fact, Kev Woolley was telling me he felt the MZs actually handle better in the corners than they do in a straight line. It's in the straight line, they're weaving and wobbling all over the place. You shove them into a corner and get the tyres working. That's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's have a look. 27 is getting closer. 27 turns in the first sector of 102. Guys on the NZ, they're 103, so they're not too slow there at all. So it's only in a straight line, so it's the long straight. I think this is where he'll gain. Here comes Gordon Ryan, though he should be leading them out. And Alex Mann, they're working the back marker hard. I think Alex, no, it's not a back marker, it's a 3-way back. No, it's a 2-way. There's Alex Mann taking the lead. Sorry, there's the back marker. There's a crackle in the headphones of the ignition systems, and Alex Mann, can they outbrake that? Oh, there we go, Gordon Ryan down the inside. Yes, he takes it straight back, comes back, works it harder. Alex Mann very slow there, around the outside of Hollywood on the back marker. This could well pay dividends to Gordon Ryan. And Garrett comes across the line, and I think he might catch those. He might not quite catch them, actually. We might still have another lap of the action. In fact, I think what Gordon Ryan needs really is for Alfie Garrett to catch up and pass these guys, because Alex Mann, the experienced racecraft he's got leading, he knows what he's doing. Oh, somebody going straight on there. That's into the old hairpin. Not quite sure who that is. We'll hear a crackle on the radio and somebody won't come across the line in just one moment. So who's in second? Where are we? 11.5 second gap. So yeah, Alfie Garrett's rolled right out of it. George Cowie though in second for him. So that's a podium you would have got a good odds on. Actually, Garrett, Cowie and Ormrod, none of those guys have really been featuring too strongly all year. Travis Rook, who has been doing well all year, of course, he's not going to be able to claim his first win, unfortunately for him. As what bike is that? Can you see a number there, Bradley? It's one of our Ninjas, isn't it? That's the one that just got passed, actually. That was the back-marking Ninja. I think it might be...
I think that's
Go on. Is that Annabelle? No.
No. It's I think it might be Harry Rafferty.
Harry Rafferty, okay, that's a great shame for Harry again. First weekend out playing the game for Harry. Right, here comes the leader in the MZ then, so that's Gordon Ryan. He's going to have the last lap plate. So Alex Mann has got one more lap to try and close that gap back down. Ryan's got one more lap to hold on to it as the leader in the Ninjas comes across the line. Alfred Garrett comes across the line, takes his first ever win in the Ninjas. He'll be so pleased, and I know the paddock will be very happy for him. Second race across the line should be George Cowie there, and he's going to come across the line, albeit 10 seconds back, but nonetheless a silver medal for him.
Travis closed up a little bit as well, that last one.
Not close enough though, 3/10 behind Archie Ormrod, so another good medal for him. So this is the big one. Can we see somebody else winning in the MZ? Good place to be to watch this action then, isn't it? Right, let's watch them. They're just coming around the old hairpin there. They're going to be going around the bridge of Schwantz there. They're going to be up towards Schwantz, the left-hander fast, left-hander there. That is a big gap. Now that is that the white helmeted one in second? It's very hard to tell from this distance, isn't it?